Hi guys, welcome up to this week exam support, main exam supporting as we look at some of the very interesting things relating to the modules. We can clear the modules as well, and of course opportunities for Q&A within a week from your seminar tutor. I've received quite a number of emails from some of you wanted to know the nature of the exams and what it's like. So I'm just going to go into that and just give you an idea of what you should be expecting. So obviously you have opportunity this week and next week to ask questions from your tutor. So please do take advantage of that, as this will really help you to obviously get prepared for the exams itself. Now, a couple of things I want to cover in this section is for you to understand the second assessment brief, which is exams, and obviously the writings around that, what makes good answers, and what are the parts in the exams being the second assessment. And of course, throughout the week, you have opportunity to ask questions from your seminar tutors as well. I will do a bit of recaps and of lectures that we've done from week 10 to 25. So here I just really want to say that this assessment 2 is an exam, so the type is an exam in terms of what count, and we expect a reasonable what limit. So there's no maximum what limit, but I will estimate something around 1,250, excluding reference list. That is if you do use it during your exams. And of course the weighting is 40%. In terms of deadline, you should check your timetable for your exams date. And of course submission is via Turnitin. Usually the return dates, you should expect these to be returned within 20 working days. So this is the format, and usually the exams will be released within 24 hours windows, and you will have about 2 hours to answer the questions and return it. So you have sufficient time to play around with the questions. So in terms of the instructions, so we expect that obviously you should possibly write this in an essay format, write you answer in an essay format. And the other things I want to specifically talk about is the assessment 2 format, being the exams format itself. It is a case problem, so two main questions there. Answer any one questions. So question 1 and question 2 all carries equal mark. So answer just one question. You don't answer two questions. So I need to say that again on the day of the exam. So read the instructions on the day of the exams very carefully. Like I've mentioned already, answer just one question. Answer just one question. Now, the focus of the exams is from week 10 to 25. Slightly apologies on the slide there. But the essence of the second assessment is really to test your understanding of the concept and practice of organization management in there, and your ability to apply main topics that we've taught on this particular module to the case organizations. So therefore, is really linked to the learning outcome from week 10 to 25. So the assessment too, in terms of what makes good answers. So we expect that you will base your answers on the case problem that has been presented in the exams, and of course have you clarified key terms in your answers, and obviously link your answers to the case organization that has been presented. And of course we want to see very clear aims of what you're trying to do and the relevant to the concepts and taught and theories and techniques that's been taught in organization management. Again, very important. And of course we want to see that you have carefully look at previous studies and connect insight from them to the argument presented in your work and link it to the case organization that has been presented in the case problem. And of course we rely solely on critical evaluations of empirical studies, especially academics, maybe journals and books, and you want to be able to use those to support your response. The other part is mentions critical evaluations and discussions of the main concepts and theory. So this will be part of things that the examiners will be looking for. And obviously, we'll also be looking at the range at which you're using evidence to support your argument, your point, and the implications of that for organizations. And of course, we will also be interested to see to the extent to which you've clearly drawn from existing literatures and linked to the case organization. And have you answered the question? So again, it might look very simple, but many students sometimes do fall prey of this. So again, continuation is what makes good answers. Now, have you maybe are you properly, well organized and clearly structured your work? Has viewed this course, the questions in a way that warrant merit? Your conclusions, are they based on insight from existing studies? Have you used appropriate references, reliable sources throughout your work? And these will be some of the things. Have you used and applied the relevant organizational management theories, concepts, and techniques that we've taught in the module? So we'll pay attention to some of these. So this is the format, right, for the exam. So detail mirror similar to what you have in your report before. So 80 to 100 will be considered excellent, outstanding. Again, at this stage, you'll be looking at exceptional quality and use of background information on specific organizational management concepts that you've used in your work. Have you defined them exceptionally well using clear literatures? Have you demonstrate excellent critical engagement with the definitions and of the key terms, and your understanding of existing literatures and the evidence that you've used and you've drawn on those? We'll also be looking at outstanding knowledge and critical analysis of your findings concerning how the organizations handle these situations. So this will be part of things that you're looking for. I just put this up from the previous report, just to give you a guide. I know some of the terms and the keywords on this particular slide relates to your previous report. In terms of lectures wise, so pay attention to lectures from week 10, 11, week 15 to 25, week 29 to 30, I should say, is break. So it's opportunity for you to continue to prepare for your exams. So lectures week 10 to 11 will look at decision making and managerial decision making. You should recap that and look at those. And in week 15, we look at supply and production planning. I will encourage you to look at that, and we wrap up that particular lectures in week 16, and then week 17 we look at control. We did an interesting case studies around control, and then managing quality. This is something else that we also look at, and I will encourage you to also look at that as well. Marketing, again, interesting stuff. We talk about marketing and implications for organizations. And then leadership beyond management in week 20. I thought this was an interesting. We did some interesting case analysis on this. So again, I encourage you to look at that. Change and managing change, very important topic. We look at a wide range of theories and frameworks around change, and I will encourage you to look at this particular topic as well. Human capital 1 and 2 in week 23 and week 24. This is where we look at week 23, week 24. We wrap human capital up, and week 25. This is where we look at tech in organizations. So again, I encourage you to look at our lectures very briefly. So this will be the areas that we will be looking at. The exams will be coming out from, but of course, as I've mentioned, so week 26 assessment support week. So this week, and then the final week next week, we'll be looking at providing you with extra support relating to the assessment, possibly mock as well. Finally, week 28 to 30 is mentioned is Easter break, so you check your exams timetable to know the date of your exams. Check the timetable. And in terms of the online assessment, the instructions on the day of the exam, so please save your document in the style of COP 2544, your P number, your student number, and do not write your name anywhere on the document. And as I've mentioned, so there are 2 questions in the assessment, so all questions carry equal mark, so you must answer just 1 question only. And as I have mentioned as well, there is no maximal or word count, but a reasonable word count in the range of 1,000 to 50 should do. As I've also already encouraged you that preparation, not to beat preparation at all. So this is where I'm going to leave it. This week you have fantastic opportunity to ask questions from your tutors, the seminar tutors. They are there to guide you, and of course I've created additional resources on YouTube, so if you check for my name, Olasema Afamishebi, written together, it's called YouTube Prof, and you'll be able to see extra materials there as well. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and then of course if you have questions during the week, ask your seminar tutors as well. They'll provide that extra support to you. So let's say thank you very much for listening and participating in the course. It's been absolute precious, working with some of you in this particular module